Hey, welcome to Free Range Radio on 101.5 UMFM. My name is Skippy. I'll be here for the next hour and a half, entertaining myself and hopefully some of you out there. I'm not alone. My co-host and guest today is Tim from Dojo Kobra.
Hello.
We're going to talk about his band, his music, and a show coming tomorrow night.
Let's do it.
But first, we got to start off with our Westerberg of the week, and we'll hear some Dojo Kobra to kick us off. This is from The Replacements. Sorry, Ma, forgot to take out the trash. Raised in the City, right here in Winnipeg, UMFM 101.5.
Feeling I'm feeling right now. It's like I'm sad for another person. Is that a thing? Am I going crazy?
You're listening to Free Range Radio 101.5 UMFM. That is Dojo Kobra. And congratulations off their third album, Robed for Your Pleasure.
Oh, yes.
I'm here with Tim from Dojo Kobra. Welcome to UMFM, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, you tell me about that track. That is the lead official audio you put on YouTube.
Yes.
So is that your lead single from the album?
I guess it could be considered that, yes. This third album is different from our previous two because we used our brand new Orange amps to record this album as opposed to just some kind of no-name brand amps for the first two albums, yeah. So we had more of a tone that we were working with and tone that we wanted to play with.
I did notice a distinct difference. I listened to all three albums today to give a good mood for today.
Awesome.
And there's nothing wrong with the first one, but it feels fresh and raw. The second one, I loved the. I guess it had more of a hook-driven element to it.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my impression. I heard a few more riffs in there, and then the third one definitely had a better ethereal sound, and that's probably from the new equipment, and just it was lush. It sounded fuller.
Awesome.
So it's like I liked the second and third one. The second one because of the hooks, but the third one because of the overall sound. So it's hard for me to pick which album was my favorite.
Well, thank you for saying that. But we don't go into the recording of an album having hooks in mind, or riffs in mind. We usually just pick a key, and then we just improvise around that key. There might be a riff that we want to try and expand upon, but like the main riff to the song Dojo Kobra. That's about it, and then everything else is just improvisation.
So where would you categorize the band as? Drone metal, doom metal? What do you want to put yourself in a label, or?
I guess for the sake of, I'd say drone metal.
Drone metal.
Yeah. Drone, doom metal, sure.
And, I find metal a very unique genre.
Yes.
Especially the people who listen to it or play it, they're very obsessive about, they love it, and they love it a lot. And I used to work in a record store, and we called them metalheads. They knew everything, every subgenre, and they stuck to it. Yeah. Do you consider yourself one of those people who is just metal? Or?
Oh, no. I love synthwave. I love classic rock and prog rock. I love early country like Johnny Cash stuff.
So then where does...
There's even some subgenres of metal I don't like.
Okay, which ones don't you
like the deathcore, metalcore stuff, I'm not a big fan of.
Is that the sludgier? See, I like metal, but I kind of pick and choose. When I like a sound, I like it. I don't particularly go after everything in that genre.
Right.
But I liked drone metal because of Sabbath.
Yep.
And its comparison to ambient electronic and classical music, where it's ethereal. It's just a different tone, right? It's a more metal tone. I don't know what, I'm not a musician, so I can't describe it, but the guitars and the drum are different than, say, an ambient electronic, where your tone is from a synth or something lighter, or a classical music where your tones are from strings that don't have that low key. So that's where I'm coming from, and I have to be in the mood, but when I'm in the mood, I can sink myself into
definitely
metal like that. So what was the band's inspiration for starting up?
Purely fun. Like the other member, Jeff Coran, we've been friends for probably close to 10 years now, and we used to just jam together under like no name, just jamming together.
You're both in another band together, right?
No, I'm in two separate bands.
Okay, I thought he was also in one of the other two bands, but okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So you guys just jam together. You know each other from the metal, like, music scene. Is there, like, I know there's a Winnipeg music scene, but what part does your bands follow? Is it separate from, like, or is it one big music scene?
That's hard to say. I think it is one big music scene because we're all friends. We're all friends with people in other bands, and it's pretty easy to start jamming with other dudes in other bands, and then who knows what could arise from that. So I would say it's like one big family. It's great.
And so you guys are playing tomorrow night. That's why you're here.
Yes.
Tell us about the show. I just didn't look into where it was. Where is it playing? What's going on?
It's at Bulldog Pizza, the Dog Pound on Main Street. I think it's 1364 Main Street, with Spine of Earth. And that is happening tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock p.m.
And how do you know Spine of Earth? What can people expect at the show tomorrow?
Expect lots of riffs. Expect loud guitars and slow, doomy riffs that you just groove your head to. The Spine of Earth guys are great guys. I've known Spencer, the guitarist and vocalist, for, again, close to 10 years. And the drummer in Spine of Earth, Guy Anthony, I played with him in a Black Sabbath tribute band back in February of this year. So we have that connection too.
Cool. Yeah. Bulldog Pizza, 1364 Main Street.
There it is.
Literally down the street from my house.
Get your slice of pizza and your fill of riffs too.
I wasn't planning to check it out, but now that it's so close to my place that I could actually walk and walk home, I think I might.
Awesome.
Mostly because I'm an early riser and late nights are pretty hard for me, but yeah. So what time does the show start?
I think about 10:30.
10:30. Well, I might be there for the beginning, but it won't last very long because, 10:30, I'm already wiped most days. So, Bulldog Pizza tomorrow night, 10:30, Spine of Earth, and Dojo Kobra.
That's it.
And you know what? Let's take a quick break. We'll play some Spine of Earth. This track is called Torn Ligament. What can you tell us about them?
Like I said, great guys, great musicians. Spencer was in another band called Thumb, like a legendary Winnipeg kind of stoner.
It sounds familiar. Yeah. It's like I've heard that name. Yeah. I've heard that band name before.
And they took their name from the Kaya song, Thumb. Yeah. And the old drummer in Thumb, I was in another band with him like 8 or 10 years ago called Reynolds Pond. So we have that connection as well. All
right, we're going to talk more metal with Tim from Dojo Kobra. Here is Spine of Earth, Torn Ligament, 101.5 UMFM. Welcome back to 101.5 UMFM. That is Torn Ligament from Spine of Earth, playing tomorrow night with Dojo Kobra at Bulldog Pizza. That's where it is. They call it the Dog Pound there?
I think they call like the stage area, the live gig area, the Dog Pound, yeah. I've never been there yet.
Oh, okay, so you haven't set it up yet. No. Is this your guys' first live show?
Yes, we're extra stoked for that too. Like, we put our first album out March of last year, and we've been kind of feeling around, asking bands, like looking for shows to play, basically. And Spine of Earth were just kind enough to ask us if we wanted to play, and that's tomorrow.
I forgot to ask, how much is tickets at the door?
$8.
$8 at the door. $8. Bulldog Pizza, Dojo Kobra. Tim from Dojo Kobra is here. Tell us about the 3 albums. When did you release the first one up to the third one? When did they really get together? You were mentioning you guys were just jamming without a name.
Yeah.
When did that start?
Well, Dojo Kobra started, I want to say, maybe late 2016, early 2017. The name just popped in my head, and I asked Jeff, "What do you think about the name Dojo Kobra?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it." So we set a date to record. We recorded each album in one day, one session, in his basement studio. The first album came out end of March 2017. Second album came out about 6 months later, I think on actually Halloween 2017.
How fitting.
Yeah. That was called Lost in New York, the second album.
The second album, Lost, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, and then the subtitled.
Yeah.
So a year ago was the second album, you said?
Yes.
And when did the third one come out?
That came out, I want to say, earlier this year. I don't remember exactly when. I think it was April.
So you're very prolific at first, and where's the band going here? Is there a new album coming out?
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about it pretty much ever since, I think, before we started recording the third one. We plan on recording the fourth album middle of November. There's a movie called, I can't remember the name of it right now, Begotten. We plan on playing the music while watching the movie Begotten at the same time and recording it and reacting to the movie with our music.
What kind of movie is Begotten? Horror?
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I'd say it's horror. It's like black and white horror, definitely. I think it's about the creation myth, but told in a very violently graphic way. So that should be interesting, at least.
And you have a pretty good YouTube page. All albums are there, and a couple singles and a video for the track "Staking," which is kind of as hypnotizing as the music is.
Oh, thank you.
What do you call that negative
effect?
Effect, yeah.
I just asked my good friend. I asked my friend Kieran to just reverse it, but the effect, I think, is just a negative effect that I found on Windows Movie Maker.
So did you walk for the whole 13 minutes?
Yep.
Just in two robed figures walking to the song after the title of the third album, Robed for Your Pleasure. And it's kind of mesmerizing to watch as well as listen to, because it's like I'm playing it and I'm watching you guys walking, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, but I can't stop watching it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and I was also amazed by that there's a weird positive negative effect. You have to watch it. Go to search for Dojo Kobra. Cobra's with a K.
That's right.
We forgot to mention that. So DOJO space KOBRA. Dojo Kobra.
That's it.
And if you like what you hear, you want to support them, the albums are available for download on Bandcamp.
That's
correct?
very true. Yes. Yeah.
So go to Bandcamp, search for Dojo Kobra, and if that's what you like, I definitely think you should check it out. I'm pleased it's also available to listen to for free, because sometimes it's nice just to listen to it, even if you can't financially support it.
Exactly.
Like some people don't have the finances.
I just want people to hear it.
Yeah. I was playing all day at work. I had a few people ask, what's listen to?
Oh,
so
cool.
hopefully got a few more people to your website. We're going to take a top of the hour break here at Free Range Radio 101.5. I'm talking to Tim. I'll come back from this break with more Dojo Kobra.
Sounds good.
UMFM.
If the right sphere of the brain controls the left side of the body, and the left sphere of the brain controls the right side of the body, does this mean only left-handed people are in their right minds?
UMFM 101.5. Listened to by left and right-handed people. This is Free Range Radio on 101.5. Listen to that. I completely forgot I made that. This is Dojo Kobra from their first album, their title track.
Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath.
Dojo Kobra. Anything you want to add before we get into this?
We'll be basing our live show around this song tomorrow. We'll be basing our musical output tomorrow on this riff and improvising around it.
Here it is. Free Range Radio 101.5.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little. But on Pretzel Day, well, I like Pretzel Day.
There's Cerulean Skies and Catharsis from the Dream Journal.
Yes.
I'm here with Tim from Cerulean Skies.
Hi.
And Dojo Kobra and the Elephant Spirits.
Yes.
So we heard Dojo Kobra from before that. Tell us about these other two bands you're in as well.
Okay. Cerulean Skies, I joined in June of 2015. And I heard one of their songs at the first gig, actually. That made me want to join the band.
So the band existed before you were in it?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. They released an EP, I think, just before I joined as well. And, it's been now 3 years since I've been in that band. I play mainly keyboards, some guitars in that band as well.
And in Dojo Kobra, you a bit of everything? We heard your chanting ominous vocals on that track.
Yeah. The first two albums, we kind of alternated, like Jeff and I alternated playing whatever instrument we wanted to, like guitar, bass, or keyboards. The third album, Robe for Your Pleasure, I stuck to guitar, and he handled mostly bass and like the drum programming and synth programming and stuff like that.
And the third band, you haven't released anything official yet?
Not officially yet, no.
Called Elephant Spirits.
Yes.
And you brought a track called Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
What's up with this new band?
This is a band I've been working on for years. I've wrote these songs about 5, 7, 8 years ago. And
this is where you're taking lead vocal.
This is my project basically, and I'm getting the artwork done right now by an artist named Mo Abiticus. She did the artwork for the last Cerulean Skies LP, and it's looking quite awesome. And I just need to hunker down and get these songs out.
You're very prolific. 3 bands. You've got a bunch of albums out. Where does your inspiration come from to focus on 3 different things and go in 3 different directions?
I'm just a fan of music. Like I gotta make it. I can't not make it. I have to play guitar. I have to play keyboards. I need it.
And Elephant Spirits and Dojo Kobra, does that come from a similar place? And Cerulean Skies was sort of a little bit more on a different hand, or does it all come from the same inspiration?
Generally, yes. Yeah. I don't write most of the music in Cerulean Skies, but I add on a flavor to it, of course.
Yeah.
With Dojo Kobra, it's more just creating atmosphere and soundscapes and experimenting with dissonance and feedback and distortion. So don't expect like traditional songs with Dojo Kobra. But with Elephant Spirits, I want to kind of maybe meld the two, like the heaviness of, say, Dojo Kobra with more traditional song structures, even though if those songs might be 10, 12 minutes long.
Now, all 3 bands have a social media presence?
I would say presence, yes. They all have Facebook
pages.
Yeah.
And you what kind of reach do you have in Winnipeg compared to, say, where these genres are stronger, I know, internationally, like, in Scandinavia, Europe, and even in Japan and Asia, there's a lot more attention than, say, just trying to get a local fan base. Whereas you have a local fan base, and there's interest locally, but do you try and get yourself out there internationally?
With Dojo Kobra, no.
How come?
It's just not something, like, it'd be great if it happened, of course. It's just...
Well, it's more of a, I guess, a sense of, with the internet, you can share it internationally with a click of a button.
That's very
email.
true, yeah.
So that's why I'm just wondering why you never tried to reach out to the fan bases out there and get a little bit more attention, a little something. I'm just curious.
Sure.
I don't have a band. I don't have, but that's what I think of. It's like, this sounds like it would work really well, in Asian music scene, similar to it, or the Scandinavian. So it's like, did you ever thought about throwing it out there?
Honestly, no. But now that you mention it, I might look into that. Because I'm pretty sure it's safe to say.
You're a music fan. You know the bands that are out there. You know the labels that are out there. Reach out. Hey, this is my band. You guys want to put something out? And,
sure.
I don't know. That's just where I'm coming from my perspective as a fan of music as well. So, and you can check out Elephant Spirits. We're listening to a track called Jonah Hex.
Yes.
You're a comic book fan?
Not really. No.
So.
It's a funny story about the title. I was looking for the title, and those two words, Jonah and Hex, just seemed to fit with the title that I wanted to go with.
Okay.
Someone who's perhaps swallowed by a whale, or and then spit back out, and then...
I was going to say, Jonah's very biblical. Hex is very dark, sort of mystical.
So think of someone who's been spit out by a fish, and who's been cursed at the same time.
And see, a comic fan myself, I thought Jonah Hex, the comic book character. I like talking about these things, get a different perspective. So, where does your love of music come from? Did you pick it up from family members who played
Absolutely.
Music, or?
I can't remember a point in my life where I wasn't into music. My mom tells me that when I was 5 or 6 years old, I sat down at the piano and just played melodies. If I made a mistake, I would just start over and play the right notes until I found the melody.
Your parents set you up with piano lessons? And
Yeah.
I never had that luxury, and I sort of always wish I could have learned the musical instrument. And, I've got this... creative side that just has nowhere to go. So
it's not too late.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, I don't know where to start. And so for me, music was always playing in the background when I was younger, and I did my own deep dive in things. Where did music take you to before it led you to where you are now, and a lot of the style of music you play? Where did it start? Was it a particular genre that you started with? Do you remember your first album?
The first album I bought, cassette tape, I want to say either The First Presidents of the United States of America or Razor Blade Suitcase by Bush X. Yeah. I think that was one of the first albums I bought. Yeah. And then I remember getting, I think Big Shiny Tunes, number 1.
Two was the one that exploded.
Yeah.
2 had...
Fantastic.
Yeah. A lot of songs that were played out there. Everybody knew the tracks on there. For me, one of my first albums was actually Sesame Street Fever.
Never heard of that one.
That was a Saturday Night Fever done by Sesame Street characters, with Grover on the cover doing the whole
John Travolta
thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I don't even remember what my first album probably that I got was Pump. Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Aerosmith's Pump. But I mean, I was into music before that, trying to tape things off of the radio.
I did that too.
I remember metal. Especially, I was curious about metal. They didn't play it on the radio. There wasn't a metal station. There was classic rock station, but that was different. It wasn't. And I remember in junior high, was in the mid '80s. There were 2 bangers, as we called them back then, who just long-haired guys who looked like they came out of the movie Fubar. You ever see?
Yeah. Oh, I love Fubar.
Yeah. So
Cover by the river.
Yeah. Just give her those guys, and they were debating who was better, Megadeth or Metallica. And I was curious, I was fascinated. It's like, how do they know these bands? They don't play these bands on the radio. There was no internet. There was, it wasn't on TV that I had access to, and they One of them just went to the Metal Up Your Ass Metallica Ride the Lightning tour.
Okay.
It was that's aging me there, and it's like, I didn't hear it. I still wasn't sure what Metallica or Megadeth sounded like at the time. It took more of a the more mainstream sort of late. Yeah, I think it was when they started playing Symphony of Destruction.
Yeah,
it's like
that's like their Enter Sandman.
Yeah,
reach the masses. Yeah.
So I was always curious about metal, but it was never as accessible as it is now. So I'm envious of people looking for music now, and I'm still exploring it. And then I went back and discovered Black Sabbath.
Yes.
And that was where metal really started to. I wanted to shed it was my crossover between classic rock and metal. It was like listening to the Black Sabbath for the first time, and the rain falling down. I was like, what is this? This is ominous and loud.
It's like a movie, but it's not. You have to imagine the scenes, but it's so great.
So, and I was off on a tangent. I was trying to lead where does Tim go from there? Where does Bush X and Gump Lump go from there?
This was, I want to say 93, 94. And then a band called Green Day came out with a little album called Dookie. And I bought it on cassette. I didn't like it at first. I was turned off by all the swearing. And I just didn't like it. But then I kept listening to it. And it just grew on me. And I saw the video for Basket Case on Much Music. And the intro, like the palm muted part, I had to play guitar to mimic that sound. So that's basically why I started playing guitar. Basket Case by Green Day. And from Green Day, I went to the Ramones. It's so much fun playing guitar along to the Ramones records. It's so...
Is it as easy as they say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like everybody says, they're just 3 chords and...
It's not even 3 chords. It's 1 chord. Just one shape. Just move it around. That's all you need.
Yeah, I'm not a musician, so I don't know. I just... I don't like listening to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see where you're going. Get harder and harder from there. And where does the droney metal, the Dojo Kobra, where did that come in?
I only started listening to drone metal bands like Sun and Earth about 3 or 4 years ago. Like, the first time I heard it, I couldn't get into it. I found it just too difficult. There's nothing, like no hooks, no traditional song structure or anything, but I wanted to get into it, so it just took some time and the desire to get into it and learn from it and make it my own.
And we're gonna play something you brought by Sun.
Awesome.
Well, tell us about this. Why did you pick this?
I think this song is considered their hit.
Their hit?
Yeah.
It Took the Night to Believe.
Yes.
I've heard Sun, but I'm not a follower, fan. So what album is this from?
This is from the album Black One.
Black One. Yeah. It sounds familiar. I probably have heard this. I know I did have someone who said, you got to listen to Sun. So we're going to hear from Sun, It Took the Night to Believe, and we'll go out there with the rest of Elephant Spirits, the Jonah Hex. I'm listening to Tim from Elephant Spirits, 101.5 UMFM.
Awesome.
Is there a God? If not, what are all these churches for? And who is Jesus' dad?
Good old Black Sabbath right there.
Love it.
From my favorite track, favorite album, Into the Void from Master of Reality. This is Free Range Radio 101.5 UMFM. We heard some Sun before that.
Yes.
Drawing a blank. What was the name of that track?
It Took the Night to Believe.
Took the Night to Believe. And I'm here with Tim from Dojo Kobra.
Hello.
You guys are performing tomorrow night?
Yes.
At Bulldog Pizza.
You got it.
On Main Street. That is 1364 Main. Tickets $8.
$8.
Performing with the Spine of Earth. Check out the pizza slices 3 for $5.
Yeah.
So check it out. Next week we are doing a Pledge-orama show. Still to be determined where and how and what I've got up my sleeve. I'm still pulling that out. Now, Pledge-orama kicks off tonight at the West End Cultural Center. Jay Wood and the Wind-Ups are performing. Tickets are $5 at the door. There'll be cake, vegan chocolate cake done by Degrees here on campus. Doors are opening just about 10 minutes or so head on down. All proceeds will go to Girls Rock Winnipeg, and you can go down, donate, donate to help out the station. That's what our pledge drive is every year, to help pay for maintenance and things that the station needs to upkeep. As we're paid for partially by the Students Association, but also by the students, I guess. But we also have to find income elsewhere. That's why we ask, if you enjoy listening and want to keep listening, donate to UMFM. Go down West End. You could go to UMFM.com, which is a brand new updated website paid for in part by last year's pledge drive, to make it easier for you to go to, make it easier for us to navigate around and update shows. You can go down to UMFM.com, check out programming, check on any show, and listen to that show if you missed it, if you can't listen live. So if you're tuning in late and you want to hear more from the show, you can tune in or go there afterwards, and the show will be there available to listen to. And if you donate, there are different incentives to thank you for donating. Everybody gets who donates gets a Friends with Benefits card, and there's a benefit card to help you out at different businesses that support the station, and we support them. And we get stickers, pins. This year we got a sweet enamel pin with our 20th anniversary logo. Go to umfm.com. That logo's on there. And it's perfect for your jean jacket or whatever you're rocking these days. We've got a coffee mug. One of our more popular items are coffee mugs, so we had to bring one back. Obviously, we got a couple of different T-shirts and a baseball shirt as well. That's the longer sleeve,
like the ragline.
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah. And we got a couple of different logos, a couple of different 20th anniversary logos, and a hoodie, and as well as something pretty unique to pledge this year, and that is a hot sauce. Friends at 1882 Fruit-Based Hot Sauce created a unique hot sauce just for us called Radioactive Electric Blue.
Wow.
And it combines locally grown Saskatoon berries with piri-piri peppers. So piri-piri's all the rage. And it's got an organic sweet with heat. So, and then it's only available if you pledge to support UMFM.
And that's Patrick, right? 1882 Hot Sauce.
Yeah, I believe that's his name. Yes.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the station. So he's got plenty of other hot sauces, but this one unique to us. So if you want to try that, it starts at the $101.50 pledge. Gets you mug, hot sauce, stickers, pins, benefit card, and your choice of a pledge T-shirt, or also new, we finally got a hat, UMFM hat. It's got the 20-year logo on it, and hot sauce starts there and above. So above is 150, 250, and at the 150, 250, you get entered into all those draws, and our golden tickets, half pints draw. It's all available. At $75, you get the pin, sticker, and your choice of T-shirt. $50, you get a mug, and $25 and below you get pin and definitely a benefit card, stickers. You'll hear plenty about it the next week, starting start tonight at West End Cultural Center, or kick off tomorrow night during Free Range with the station music director Michael Elves. Thank God it's Free Range. I'm trying to remember the name of it's Free Range. I'm drawing a blank. But I'll have more on Pledge next week, or go to UMFM.com. Check it out. West End tonight. $5 at the door. Wind up. Jay's. Enough of my yakking. Tim, thank you for coming down. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Likewise. Well, thank you for inviting me. This is a great treat. Awesome.
And you can check out Tim, his band Dojo Kobra, at Bulldog Pizza tomorrow night at 10 o'clock was what was
roughly,
it?
10, 10:30.
Doors at 9.
Yeah.
Band's on time. Spine of Earth and Dojo. Are you going on first? Or?
I believe so, yeah.
So Dojo Kobra goes on first. Sit back, have some pizza and some drinks.
Yeah, what's better than riffs and pizza? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a win-win.
All right, before we go, we got to talk about bears. Seriously. Grizzly or polar?
Battlestar Galactica. Never mind. Sorry, what was the question?
We got to pick bears.
Okay.
Grizzly bear, polar bear.
I would say polar bear.
No, I'm a grizzly guy. Polar bear, they sell soft drinks. They're a little too mascotty.
That's right. I'm not a big Coca-Cola fan myself, now that you mention it.
I'm not. I don't drink caffeine, so I don't drink Coke. It's just that, I associate the polar bear with the soft drink. So I'm more of a grizzly.
Sure.
I like what it did to DiCaprio in that movie. Wasn't that a grizzly?
Revenant?
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Wasn't that a grizzly?
Good. Oh, yeah. I think so, yeah.
All right. Panda or koala?
Panda.
I have to pick koala. I just for that slothiness of it. I know pandas are sloth, but they're a little too cute. Yeah. Koalas have you ever seen a koala get mad?
No. I don't know if I want to.
All right. Yogi or Smokey?
Honestly, I'm going to say neither. I don't really know what either of those are. I'm not too
Smokey
familiar.
the Bear?
Yeah.
You've never heard of Smokey the Bear?
I've heard of him. I'm just not...
prevent forest fires. Yeah. Only you can prevent forest fires. And
okay, I'll go with Smokey then.
Yogi Bear, was the cartoon.
I never really watched it.
You didn't grow up...
No.
I thought I was going to get you with this because I was going to say Boo Boo. Like Yogi Boo Boo. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Winnie the Pooh or Paddington?
Winnie the Pooh.
Paddington, just because he's got an awesome accent.
Yeah. I didn't watch
British Bear or.
Well, and then Winnie is named after our great city, right?
True.
Yeah.
But I know too much Winnie, and I always go for the low key.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me anyways. You're listening to Free Range Radio. Thanks so much, Tim, for hanging out.
Thank you.
And talking shop, metal shop, I guess.
I love it.
We'll try and bring you down again sometime.
I would love that.
If you got another show or another band,
sure.
We'll talk more.
Sounds great.
This is Free Range Radio. I have to still leave you with our cover of the week. I didn't forget about you. If you're sticking around, I've got a band. Now, I don't. We were kind of checking this out beforehand. They're called Omnium Gatherum. We don't know anything about them, but they do an interesting metal cover of a Rush classic.
Love Rush.
Me too. It's one of my soft spots.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite Rush song, by the way. Subdivisions. This is our cover of the week. 101.5 UMFM. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next week.